Hello everybody. Welcome to stream. Once again, my name is Noctflame. I am playing some Colonial Engineers 4. And today's goal is to get some actual decent power generation going. And right now, on the hunt for redstone. Hey, that's not too bad so far. Hey, Dark. Thanks for coming out. Yay, fortune. And I was thinking about it as I was down here digging around. There are more methods of getting redstone than just mining it up. And sifting. Look. There's also the washing of iron. He has a 12% chance of generating redstone for every clump of crushed iron. So getting down here and mining down where there's these big old iron veins is going to also be a good help. So, but yeah, I need loads of redstone for anything I want to do for getting things set up here. That was a good cluster area there. Probably have on resupply as well. I'm apparently digging through caves and such down here as well, or digging close to caves. I don't even care about trying to keep the tunnels uniform at this point. I'm going for the resources. Not a care was given. Yep, alloy kiln for electrum, at least to start. And did I add in a recipe for... you can also do it in the mixer, create mixer heated. Just gold and silver. Doesn't? Yeah, I've got it showing here. Alloy kiln. Looking up recipe for electrum also shows the mixing recipe. Is it showing your arc furnace recipe at all, or when you're looking that up, or is it just showing the smelting recipes? Smelting and crafting. Yes, the thermal electrum. That wouldn't. Yeah, that doesn't show it. No, you're looking for the darker one, the immersive electrum. So. That's the one that's actually craftable. So, been some changes up in the workshop. So a few things that I adjusted, and other systems I've set up since yesterday's stream. I have the ability now to auto-craft the immersive accumulators. Yep, no problem. I can auto-craft the immersive accumulators now, which was a bit of a trick because Immersive changed up the way you craft those, and they introduced this new redstone acid. So, you know, in real life we have like lead acid batteries and such. Well, now we have, you know, acid-based accumulators for, you know, holding our power. Oh, wow. That's not just a zombie. What's going on over here that you guys are pouring out of, huh? Dungeon? Could be. I've found dungeons down this deep before. Vanilla dungeons, even. The water spot. I'm gonna kill that. Not gonna bother with all that lava or the obsidian that's there. I did go and do some obsidian mining earlier. Went down to the very bottom of... Where did I go? I went down into the mining area and then... I don't remember. I found an area that had a big, decent-sized lava lake. Oh, that's what it was. I went down. It came down here to the mining tunnels, the 7x7 tunnels, and went off the side of one of them with my mining gadget, and just tunneled along till I could hear lava. Gravel. Tunneled off to the side with the mining gadget till I could hear lava. Went in there, and thanks to going for a little exploration yesterday, you see right down there at the bottom of the list, upgrade freezing. Woohoo! Think about having bags of corn in the market before a less coin than the corn crates. Oh, the corn kernels? It's basically the seeds. No other crops do. Yeah, not allowing selling the seeds of any other crop. So no, probably not. But the corn kernels are just the seeds. That's what goes into the bags. Yeah, a bag of corn kernels. True, it is. It is also food. I will give you that. But I mean, that just makes, you know, would make corn the go-to cash crop at that point, because then you can sell the seeds and the produce, actual produce. Ooh. Ew. Yeah. Calcite. And amethyst. You need amethyst 4 in this pack? I just realized I'm getting all excited over the amethyst. I don't think there's anything it's actually used for that's tinted glass. Minecraft has tinted glass. Oh, that's the dark glass, isn't it? That's the glass that they added in vanilla that actually blocks light, isn't it? Okay. Oh, and then the spyglass. Amethyst blocks, yeah, no real use. You can break them back down for the amethyst shards. Yeah, let's just go ahead and mine out a chunk of geode here. And yes, I'm being a monster. I'm totally not giving a care in the world about the budding amethyst blocks. Such a monster. Redstone. Oh, lava. Hello, lava. Boy, lava. And go away, lava. torches. Earth caving. Oh, hello lava. Again. Ah, got that before it dropped in the lava. Okay, yeah, this cave is kind of played out. Yeah, I'll leave the rest of this geode, I think, just because, like I said, amethyst doesn't seem to have a whole lot of uses in the pack, so I just gotta find my way back to the mining tunnels. Oop, look, more redstone. More redstone. Oh, I love this magnet. It's so awesome. It is a really, really nice magnet. Oh, you over there, Diamond. Come and get in my belly. Or, in this case, in my backpack. Or my inventory, even. I don't think I have them going into the any of the actual backpacks. So many mushrooms. And so many mushrooms so easily underground anymore. I like the fact that there's also the little mycelium patches every now and then, too. No, unfortunately. I wish there was a way to do so, but there is not. My most effective and go-to method of actually turning it off is take it off and stuff it in the backpack. But I also wear it on my curious head slot so that it doesn't take up any actual inventory space too. Let's see, calcite can go up in there. Amethyst blocks can go up in there. Amethyst shards can stay out here. Mushrooms. That for flint for now. Keep hotbar free. Let's see, is this? Oh, this is where I've been mining. Let's take a wild hair, take a jag off this way. Oh, look, another tunnel. Guess we go this way. That cave curves away from where this path is leading here, so. One of the things I really wish was up for 118, and well, actually I should check, but because it might be by now. But it was the demagnetized mod we've had in a couple of versions. That was rather handy when dealing with the magnets. Because then you just have an area where magnets don't work. Or more specifically, items dropped in that area are immune to being magneted up. Set them up and not have to worry about ruining your processing systems or anything like that, because oh no, my magnet stole stuff off the ground that it wasn't supposed to. Would really like to have that mod back again. Yeah, yeah, it really would be. It was a really nice mod. Well done, too. Had a demagnetizer and an advanced demagnetizer. Difference between the two was the area of effect and the fact I think the advanced one also allowed a bit of filtering, I think. No, that's right, it had an adjustable range on it. That's what the difference was. The basic demagnetizer was like a 2 block range or something like that. So like a 2 block radius, so it sat in the middle of a 5 by 5 by 5 cube that couldn't be nothing could be magnetized out of. And then the advanced one had a slider for the range, went up to something like 16 blocks. It was pretty nice. Okay, well, looks like I caught back up to my cave and got back in, found the geode again. A redstone. I think. Oh, look, more redstone. Gold. And cave up there. Cave here. Iron over there I want to grab too, so we're gonna go. Whoa, hello gravel. Suddenly gravel happened. Keeps happening. Go away gravel, nobody wants you here. Diamonds, hello. Diamonds falling on my face, yes please. Oh look, there's gold in that wall, let's get it. If there's anything else back this way. Nothing super spectacular. I should probably at some point set myself a marker at the bottom of the stairs where I come down here so that I can find my way back. Because having to hunt around and poke around and look everywhere is kind of a pain in the butt and counterproductive to, keeping things flowing smoothly. Ah, or iron vein. These things really do tend to meander on forever, don't they? At least they sure feel like it. Especially when you're mining with something this big. And it's just like every dig exposes more of it. Huh, yeah, look at that. I do have more than a stack of diamonds already. Just go throw the flint up in there. cluster up rather than down in that way. So let's go up. Look at this. So ridiculous how much iron you find in these things. And it keeps going up that way too. Oh look, more diamond. Oh, that failed. Meant to jump back to my pillar and just utterly missed. Wasn't even far away either. See you up there, Redstone. You're not gonna hide from me. Oh, hey, I'm back up here again. Okay, so let's go this way at this point. Oh, look, there's more of that iron vein. Oh, and water. Source water, come on. There you are. Die. Die, water source, die. Oh my goodness. Alright, who scheduled the Ender convention for this cave? I'm meant to be mining here, not fighting Endermen. Alright guys, hang on just a second. We'll take care of y'all. Come on. Wow. Down. This is the overall, not the end, guys. You should not be hanging out in these kind of numbers. Not allowed. Every one of them has had a mushroom in here too. Jeez, there's still more of them. Come on, I'll lead you. Let's go. Actually, no, you're not actually stuck on something. You're just, trying to make me think you were. Oh yeah. Also, finally got sharpness 5 on my sword. So made that whole process a whole lot easier here. Wow, that was a lot of Endermen. That is a cluster of mushrooms too. Pretty epic mushroom cluster there. Iron everywhere. Goodness. Oh, I love when you find those raw ore blocks too. Yes, I will take 9 iron ore from a single space. Thank you much. I will happily take it. Especially given the struggles I've had with iron in the pack too. Which should not be surprising because this is modded Minecraft. Speaking of. Here. Alright, time to start digging up the floor. Because now the bulk of what's left is in the floor. Look, another block of raw iron. That's to say nothing of the blocks that are forming from all of the raw iron I'm just mining too. Well, 2.5 stacks of diamonds so far. Just keeps going. Get that so I get the diamonds. That's uranium. Aha. Yes, I will take the uranium ore, thank you very much. Oh, and there's a whole area up there that I've dug down away from that's still got some of this cluster in it. Cluster vein. Oh my goodness, it's over there too. Oh, look, lapis. That I was so desperate for at the beginning of the map, or beginning of the world. Definitely not quite a bit less desperate for it now. My goodness. And they said these veins just kind of sprawl everywhere, and you know, it'd be a real challenge to try to dig the whole thing out. They were not joking at all. Oh, goodness. I have filled every available space with cobbled deep slate. Most all the free space in that bag is now filled with cobbled deep slate. That is a little on the ridiculous side since each slot is 16 stacks. 188 blocks of raw iron. 165 blocks of redstone so far, which is, given that that's what I came down here for, is pretty decent, I'd say. Plus the almost, closing on 3 stacks of diamonds. Yep, closing on. Now I'm running out of space in my actual inventory for things. Tuff has started piling up on the ground at my feet. Alright, let's see if I can find... Oh, hey, look. More iron and redstone. I still haven't cleared this cluster out yet. Not even close. Obviously, as I keep finding more and more of it. Aha. That looks like actual tunnel. Alright, so I'm going to dig out through this way here. Find my way out. Herm to herm. Just more diamonds. Oh, and now I can't even pick up all the diamonds. Wow. More yeah, full blocks of rock. Grab all the zinc. The zinc, when crushed and washed, produces gunpowder as a byproduct. Don't ask me how, it just does. Okay. I saw you back there, Redstone. Thought you were going to hide and be safe. Stick around in the world here, but no, you're coming home with me. My magnet finally stopped responding. Something seems to have stopped responding. Oh, that's what happened. Yes, magnet has stopped responding because it's out of power. And drill is nearly out of power as well. That is quite impressive, I'd say. Oh, look. There's my stairs. Please tell me I didn't. Oh, I totally did. Totally did. There. Grab a building gadget. Let's go with tough, since I know I've got a bunch of it. Go. Stairs, please. Oh, looks like I actually dug through my stairwell at a couple of different places. Whoops. Oh, goodness. Oh, hey. How many times have I gone past this and not even noticed it? Because, yay, nickel hides really, really well. Eyes open a little better on these side walls. Up and out. Let's turn that off. Let's come down to this bag and turn that one off as well. torches away. Not that direction. And of course the mushrooms are spreading, spreading all of themselves all up and down the stairwell here. Okay. It's a good thing I just put void upgrades on most of these drawers. I have a feeling, oh no, not quite full. Close, but not quite there. Ooh, potato. Tater. Just put away, get you put a, well, give me that back. You, first off, should have a remembered slot right there. Right there, thank you. But for the most part, you should be in my inventory. Oh, goodness, all this. Ooh, cobbled deep slate is out. Now time to get all the tough. Surprisingly little cobblestone, actual cobblestone. And, oh, still didn't fill the cobbled deep slate drawer, also surprisingly. 44.9 thousand though. 701 stacks. Alright, let's see, what else? 178 blocks of redstone, 221 blocks of raw iron. Negligible amounts of any of the other precious minerals. So I throw all these in here, and we come over here. You can see the blocks of raw things will be moving out. Most of them are ending up in here. Anything that's not, like I said, iron, gold, zinc, or copper will end up in here. The rest of it will end up in this one over here, which is getting them all crushed and then sent down here to get washed. And that, yeah, that thing's going to have its work cut out for it as these stacks start washing, because each of those clusters is 9 nuggets and a potential for secondary. I can already see a pile of zinc nuggets sitting there at the moment. Thankfully, that particular chute is right on top of the conveyor belt that goes underneath here, feeding everything through, and comes over here to where I have a stack upgrade in the interface for importing. Otherwise, this thing would jam up, everything would jam up here, and no good. Bad times with that many items piling up all over the place over here. See, already done. Okay, so that makes me feel better about my redstone situation, for sure. 182 blocks currently. All that iron that's going and getting processed and crushed and washed is going to produce more, or has produced more even. I think it might actually be done with all that already. No, still a couple stacks of raw iron in there. So I'll be getting more redstone as we go. Definitely not suffering any kind of iron starvation anymore, that's for sure. Yep. So let's see, what was I was going to go accumulators. Wanted to make a good pile of those. I've got one over there already. I want to do 16. Yeah, let's just go a total of 16 to start with. I hit start, and I want to run over here real quick. I'm really proud of this automation, especially how compact I got it. So the crafter puts into the barrel there. The funnel pulls out the redstone, obviously, which hoppers it into the basin, which is constantly filled with water and filtered to only craft redstone acid buckets, or craft redstone acid. For every batch of acid, it puts 4 or 8 redstone and 2 mini charcoal into the barrel. The mini charcoal gets pumped out down here into the deployer, which feeds them to the blaze burner. Uh, so that's the heating portion of it, and then the redstone goes in, gets mixed. Each piece of mini charcoal is enough to do a half a bucket of redstone acid. So burns for long enough to complete 2 recipes. So that's why two uh, 2 mini charcoals to 8 redstone acid, and then the fluid extractor brings it over to the spout, which then fills a bucket, and I've got an importer importing buckets of redstone acid and exporting buckets. And since it's only exporting one, it only exports one at a time. Uh, uh, the inventory is considered full when there's a single item there, item stack there. Then it only exports the one bucket and just leaves it sitting there waiting for that next spouting of redstone acid. And that quick, we have 15 accumulators. You saw it also needed to craft some plates and such. I've got those over here. Plate crafting, gear crafting, wire crafting, and bullet casing crafting. And they all feed their outputs back into this interface here. I uh, did have to rework a couple of things last night. I went off to do some exploration and stuff. Came back and found that my output belts from the furnaces had jammed up, and they'd caused the furnaces themselves to back stuff, which eventually shut them down, and then shut the entire. As soon as one of these shut off, the entire kinetic system shut down. But you can see now that it's here. Let me go around over here. The one belt coming in here, there's no side feed from the other belt coming into this because remember where I got this, there we go. So its belt just comes and dumps the kelp off into the air there and gets picked up by that andesite funnel, which is feeding into a controller slave that's right there. So it feeds into the drawer system and ends up in the drawer anyway, without having to clog up a belt with a second line worth of outputs. So I've got an inverted stair block there and a half slab there, so that the items will actually pop off of the belt and fly that way. And now one cobbled deep slate in the bag, which needs to go back there. So that was how I fixed that. Everything's been running beautifully since then. And it was these furnaces down here at the end of the line which had completely backstuffed themselves. But as you can see, they're staying clear now. Everything's moving along. Also, to help my stress, my kinetic stress units, you see that I'm down to 65% used with the same 8 furnace engines. What I did was, because I only needed the 600-ish, well, now up to 700 FE over here, I disconnected all the extra dynamos so that they're not actually, or alternators, so that they're not actually using any stress or generating any power at the moment. They are there for when I need them. If I find I suddenly run out of power in my controller, all I have to do is slap a cog on the back of one of these. That'll tip the balance back in the positive energy favor and get it powered back on for me. So that was a temporary measure to help reduce the stress I'm using before getting the actual power generation going for everything else here. Also, improved blast furnace. Oh yes. Super fast, especially with both preheaters on attached and powered. This thing runs almost constantly at this point, just because it's of everything I've got feeding into it. Um, yeah, everything's going good now. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build up a little power bank right here. That one. Grab out my engineer's hammer. Opposite side. Input. This one can fill up. And we'll even go output there. Here. Yes, I can. Input. That'll drain there. Output here. Input, yes. Output to the bottom. And these, I think, yes, they default to having an input on. Ooh, I should definitely set that back to single block. Default to having an input on the top, so I don't need to worry about the tops. I just need to worry about the bottom. And figure out which way I'm going to route all this. Power there, you there. Output here. Opposite side input. This side output. Nothing there, do output there. Input on the bottom, output up. Oh, that's going to block that off unless well, heck, I can just do that. Take you off, set you for nothing on that face. Give you a feed off of there instead. Uh-oh. Crusher ran completely out of power. It's getting nothing now because of the feed down the line here, charging everything else up, which is fine because it needs to all get charged up anyway. That's where I want things. Act. I think just to make sure, we're gonna actually change you to nothing on that face. You to input. You're gonna be the initial point of charge. Right there. So it feeds from there to the one behind it to this one, down, around, up to here. Let's then go here. Make that an output, opposite side an input. Shoot, I don't remember. Nope, I did not put an output there. That would be terrible. You back there, so opposite side is input, output up. Make that an input. And here I'm going to split the power the charge route. That'll be an output on the opposite and an input on the bottom. See? Things is getting power again because its capacitor is should be filling up once it's filled up. There we go. Come on, you should be filling now. You really should. Why are you accumulating when nothing else is? Great. Well, now things have got to be coming down through here somewhere, right? You appear to be going up though, and nothing else is. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. Top side should be empty. Your opposite side is an output. Your opposite side is an input. Outputting down. Inputting from the top, outputting down. Now you input from the top, outputting that way. So why do I have a power buildup up here? Or it should be going down and filling everything down this way. Oh, because this one is still set for the opposite side to be an output. Haha, there we go. Now it's accumulating. Why it was accumulating there though, I really don't know. That's weird. Okay, so here we have an output on the top. We're going to also have an output. Oop, did not want to crawl in. Oh, dang it. How do I get out of this? Only really one way to get out of this. Break the belt. Not want to crawl into the belt. Okay, output on the bottom. You should also be accumulating now. Excellent. Output there. Have to put you slightly different so I can set your input side over there and then pick you up, put you down there. Yes, you're accumulating good. Output there, input on the bottom. Output there. Stack it again. Output on the top, input on the bottom. Two more. May as well just continue the stack. Put on the bottom. No, nothing on the top face for that one. Alright, so you should be accumulating. Why are you not accumulating? Did I mess up somewhere? Is it just too much to try to charge that? And no, something's messed up again. Dang it. What are your faces? Not showing me what your faces are set for. Okay, so just place you up against that cable. Your input on the bottom, nothing anywhere else. You're outputting to the top. Could also be input on the bottom, yes. You are outputting to the top. And again, input on the bottom. Putting to the top, input on the bottom. Oh, output on the bottom. Well, that would be issue there as to why the rest of these were not charging. You two, yep, you can stack it. You have the same tags everywhere for same NBT data. You should be catching it all. There we go. This one should also be catching at least some, though it doesn't look like it's catching much. It may have to wait for all the rest of the down chain to, or the side chain down this way to fill up. Which will be fine. It'll all get there eventually. This poor little alternator is just spinning its heart out trying to fill all the accumulators here, and it will over time. Because this one will fill up, then that one, then you, then you, then you, and you, and you. And actually, before you fill up, these two up here will fill up, feeding the crusher and the presses. Also means that they are a lower priority for power than anything that I hook down to this line, which is fine by me. And this is even lower priority for power usage. Being so close to the input. You're not even dropping that slowly, especially compared to how quickly the other line's filling up, so it may not run out of power before it starts filling back up again. But there's my accumulator bank. These guys are, what was it, 1,000,000 FE a piece. I would really like to have some high voltage accumulators, but those take hop graphite. I was already on the accumulators. They take hop graphite, and I'm not set up to produce that yet, so yeah, unfortunately. So I will go ahead and just leave those as they are for now. I need to put this back so that any steel production I do gets put back into the system. Speaking of, I was going to make a crafter so that I can automate my steel. And given how many crafters I've been making lately, I was going to make them auto-craftable even. Love having the materials to just make a small pile of patterns. You, and then I need you, and these ones, and this crafter is actually kind of filled up already, but because these are normal crafting patterns, they can go into any crafter. It doesn't matter if it's pointed into a machine or not, so we'll just stick them over here. Crafter, let's make 4. Uh-oh, missing advanced processors. That's something else I should make patterns for, I suppose. Would be the raw processors. And I should have plenty of silicon coming in, 11 stacks, and still cooking, so we're good there. I'm going to make the processors also craft here. And then I'll say, give me half a stack of those guys. Give me a stack of these guys. Oh, missing processor binding. Okay, so I should teach it how to make that too. You. And then we're going to do a stack of these guys as well. And just setting them to craft is just about enough because they will oh goodness. They will auto cook over here, but this thing I'm almost tempted to put an actual hopper back in there because the transfer gadget just doesn't move things fast enough when I accelerate this furnace. Oh, heck, we'll just go. I guess the hoppers didn't really need it that much, but transfer gadget's not quite going to keep up properly. But there's a lot of quartz to cook still, too. That couple of stacks of quartz out. Spread that sand out a little bit instead. Those in for there. Transfer gadget is really just not keeping up. Took all that quartz out of there so I can get my processes in there. Yes, you can do sequence assembly recipes manually. I actually demonstrated that yesterday doing the time in a bottle recipe. And this is why I was automating the hoppers as well, because or speeding up rather the hoppers as well, because if I don't, they don't keep up either. And now we're burning fuel faster than the transfer gadget can even think about putting it in. Okay, now I'm good. I've got plenty, I should have plenty of processors over here. 4 crafters. I have some on hand. Go. There. Oh, you actually went down, facing down the right way. Excellent. Yes, and when you're doing the precision assembly manually, the tooltip on the items will tell you what the next step is. There's a tooltip that will appear to help keep you on track with what needs to be done with each individual item there. So go. Now for steel, processing recipe, one block of coal coke. And iron. Make 10 steel. Be the recipe for that. Oh, and now we have steel on demand. Turn around and that thing should be cooking. Cooking, yay. And like I said, going, well, super quick is relative. The recipe in this blast furnace normally takes 60 seconds, but the preheaters do speed that up, so it's not 60 seconds per item. Definitely want to do it with the preheaters. Iron and the slag should both or steel and the slag should both pop out front and back and come along the conveyors to get put back into the system for me. Happening any time now. Okay. Yep, anytime. There we go. Steel and slag from back behind there. Doop doop. Oh, yeah. More experience nuggets rolling in all the time. What are we up to? 46 stacks again. 46 stacks of experience nuggets. Oof. Raw. Okay, so we don't have any more raw blocks of anything, but we do have, little bits of raw iron, raw ores, which I prefer to process the full blocks because with it's just less processing time, more processed at once, really, for the crushing whip, and for everything else coming through the crusher, it guarantees that one third extra rather than it just being a chance of the one third chance of an extra, which I think is rather nice. If I had an arc furnace, I'd be running them through that instead. Usage. Arc furnace, I'd be running the raw ores themselves through that instead because it's a 50% chance of an extra per item. I don't think the blocks. Oh, the blocks even. Okay, so the blocks give you, yeah, 50% extra. Uh, 4 extra guaranteed and 50% chance of that third for 4.5 per block. 4.5 bonus per block. So that's actually a really nice way of doing it too. That's cool. Um, but yeah, so there's all that. I need to now start working on actually uh, get my engineer's manual, which I'm guessing is in here. Yep. Cables away, bottle go back up there. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I am desperate need of a charge, and I really don't want to spend more combustible fuel on charging things. So I'm going to go upstairs and grab that charging station we've got up there because it's needed it's an upgrade chain for the charging stations up through the various mods here. So I need to grab this one, which I did have set up to pump a bunch of that into. I put the angels, well, except I just charged up my drill again. Okay, so I'll bring that along with me. Grab you. Modification table. Come sit over here. Yeah, that's a good spot for it, I suppose. In fact, you can even move. Flux saw, that's what I'm looking for. Saw can move, or engineer's workbench rather, can move over here. Get its blueprint back. Love how the stinking blueprints look on the wall. That's so neat. You, and you. Poke, place, attack! Poke, place, attack! Goes back in there. Let's see, charging station. So first step up is the charging station from Immersive. That, and we need LV wire connector set. Next step up from there, unfortunately, involves Fluix crystals. But now we have a charging station that we can hook up to power rather than feeding it fuel. Down here. So doors here, keep folks out that shouldn't be in here. In order to get in, I right click up there. I know, I just showed anybody who's interested in watching how to get into my workshop. But with the FQB stuff in here, I don't think anybody can actually right click that block and have it do what it's supposed to unless you're on our allies list. So it should be safe for us just for that knowledge to be out there. It should be okay. And we've got a button if we just want to open the one door, or we can hand on the pressure plates to, open it wide up and let whoever in. Let's see. So charging station. I'm trying to remember where you get your power from. From the back. Excellent. That makes it easy, because then we just go output there, put you there, slap things into it. And once it goes back to 32K energy itself, we'll know that the item inside is charged. May want to set up a line of these, in fact. I think I will do exactly that. I'll take this one off the top here. No face there. Output there. Plunk you down. Opposite side input, this face output. Opposite side, nothing. Output, thank you. And I'm going to make another one of these guys. Start with this one. Then we do this one, which needs another coil block, which I need wires for. Wires. Craft me a stack of those, please. Come on. Got them in there. There we are. Okay, so then we need copper coil block. Charging station, which will take you. There we go. Go there. Big old bright green pixels from the Nixie tubes there as well. Also a good indication that the item is fully charged. So, G. Grab my flux charger, throw it in there. Grab. My fluxomagnet's already full charge, so yeah, everything's back to being full charged again here. Go for my building gadget. Now it is. Charged up again, and that was nice and quick. Alright. So now we have double set of charging stations that either of us can come down and plug things into as we need. And given the capacity of these flux capacitors we've got right now, the 12 million RF, that's going to be there for a while. That thing is definitely going to be there for a while. I think these charging stations only work on a rate of 256K per tick. So, yeah, that's going to take a long while. Yeah, we're at 269 out of K. Okay. Oh, 256 FE per tick. Oh, that's going to be there for a long while. Okay, so let's get, just because Get another one made too. Oh, well, at least it's less power than the system is producing. Although, that is draining. You're no longer running. Oh, you're no longer running because you're not getting enough power to run. Oh, it is more than this is producing. Bugger. Feed there, in and down and around. If I put another one there, I'd need the spot there for it. Still don't have these guys actually doing anything yet. I think I will actually remove them. Do exactly that. I have these other alternators over here that are sitting doing nothing at the moment. I will steal one of them. Plunk you there. Connector. Go grab another connector and a wire. And oh, have any more connectors? Make them. Up, up, right there, and connect it. Alright, so that one's, now I'm producing 408. Should be plenty to keep things going here. Man, not going to be enough to keep both chargers running full tilt though. Wait, what? You are full. You are, wait. Oh, you are full because you are tiny capacity. There. I need to get, I need to figure out what components that I have in these guys. I need that Tinker's bench from upstairs. I have to go pull, oh wait, I already pulled that down, didn't I? Tink. Nope, it is upstairs still. Axe, huh? Interesting. And I just realized as well that I could bring this down and use it as a charging point as well. Because it does have an energy buffer of its own. Make that an output face. Plug you down on there. Oh. Uh-oh. Magnet. Take off the magnet. Get it put away. Where'd it go? There it is. Put it away. Take the raw ores I've got and stuff them back into the system because they're just exporting. They're just on a constant export. Any crushed ore that comes in gets exported there. So, I wonder what your power rate is. I don't know, but you've got 500 RF, or 500K, which is pretty nice. Put you in augment mode so I can see resonant integral components on a stabilized RF coil for the 12 million. You go back in there. Resonant integral and stabilized coil. Stabilized coil is easy enough once I get one of those made. Resonant. Have that bit, that's good. So I need aluminum gears. Enderium glass, hardened glass of some flavor, and enderium. So those are both going to have to be manual recipes. Hardened glass is 1 obsidian, 1 sand, 1 quartz heated. Enderium is 3 lead or lead dust, 1 diamond grit, 1 and 2 ender pearls or dusts. Diamond. There. That. Give me pearls, and that was... Ooh, better double check the quantity there. Yeah, because I thought I remembered that it only made 2, so I need another diamond, 2 more pearls, 6 lead. 6. 6 lead. Just occurred to me that this area up here is really, really dark. So we're going to put a torch on top of that barrel just to make sure that there's enough light to prevent anything from spawning up there. Sequence assembly tips defaults to the refinery recipe instead of mechanical crafters. Oh yeah, unfortunately. That is something to keep in mind, is you want to look at your recipe and keep in mind that next step. Once you get the next step going, then you're okay. It should give you the proper info. There, and I forgot blaze cake. And, oh, I need to make aluminum as well. That is silver, tin, and glowstone. Three tin, 1 silver, 2 glowstone. So 2 silver, 6 tin, not platinum, and 4 glowstone. And blaze cakes. Grab a couple of those, and then I'm going to want an obsidian, quartz, and sand, which I can just grab from right here. Oh, I pulled everything out. Dang it. You and you. Those making. You should get that making. You and you should get those making. Ah. Got it all. Oh, what? Oh, of course it did. I didn't think about the fact that the hardened glass makes other types of hardened glass if you have it in there with other ingots. So I need an enderium recipe again, because of course it used my enderium ingot, not any of the aluminum. Ender pearls, and that diamond. This will be great because I'm going to have a lone enderium ingot as a constant reminder that I messed up. probably the worst part about that is I'm going to have to feed the blaze another cake just to get him hot enough to make it. Alright. Enderium components. No, resonant. Resonant components. Need lithium gears. 2, please. Thankfully, the crafting of those is automatic, as long as I actually have the material already. Go. Oh, no, I did not want to put you in the bench itself. I'll put you there, and you there. And we flip you to charge mode. See how quickly, oh, this is going to drain out so quick. Oh boy. Goodness. Okay, we're gonna take you off charge mode. Just leave you in augment mode for now. Let the power go to all these guys here, because then at least the buffer chain can, you know, buffer up. And looks like the crusher started running again too. It finally got something power set there. Okay, that's going. Hello, kitties. Have kitties all over the workshop there, all wild. Oh. Oh, hey, you know, it should have been a clue as to what was going on when I came in with my magnet, when I started picking up acacia logs too. Those are from over here. I have an acacia bonsai feeding the coke oven. Gotta sit there on top of that thing for a bit till this gets through them. Slowly takes in more. All in there. Oh, I'm not wasting any. Slowly filling up the creosote again. I've used out of here a couple of times, so it if draining this out hasn't given it a good chance to buffer up yet. Yay, advanced assembly! You completed a process by precision assembly. Or was that just for making the mechanical crafters? Ah, place end powers for mechanical crafters. Even better. Alright, so now maybe we can get on to the meat of today's episode, which was intended to be creating a diesel gen system. Maybe. Maybe we can get into that now. Power wires and generators. Though I will admit I am kind of tempted to go with some thermoelectrics, because thermoelectric arrays are almost stupid simple to set up, I want to say. But at the same time, I don't know how much they actually, what the numbers on what they actually produce are. Based on the difference between the two temperatures, other non-fluid blocks which can be used as a source of temperature. block of blue ice and block of uranium are your best opposites there. But it doesn't say what the generation rate is. Doesn't give you a clue as to what the generation rate is outside of that information. So, what I can figure out digging into a config file real fast. Default configs, I guess, is where all that, the server side configs is where all that's going to be. Don't have a default config set up for that yet, so we go into a world that actually generated configs and look in the server configs folder. Fires, machines, generators section here somewhere. Doors, there's tools. Maybe the machine generators are under machines. Elevator, arc furnace, sawmill mixer, bottling machine, auto workbench, refinery, fermenter, squeezer, crusher, metal press, floodlight, lantern, garden cloche, turret, Tesla coil, pump, core drill, external heater, capacitors. Base flux output by right at the top of the machine's category even. Alright. Output modifier for energy created by the thermoelectric generator. Thermoelectric output 1.0. That's a modifier though, that's not how much it produces based on temperature difference. Oh, you're killing me, Blue. The diesel generator has flux per tick the diesel generator will output. There's the base flux that is output by the dynamo, modified by rotation modifier of the attached water or windmill. But thermoelectric just has a output modifier for the energy created, is all that's listed. It doesn't give you any information on how that's calculated, the actual output, energy output is calculated. Haven't powered them yet. Did you just place them in world? Or did you actually just acquire them? Guessing that's your mechanical grafters. You just placed them in world. Okay, yeah. Apparently that's all it takes to consider them placed and powered. Or acquired and powered, whatever, whichever it was. Yeah, placed and powered. Okay, well, thermoelectrics, let's skip it for now. Dead. Well, wrong E. That's pneumatic. Pneumatic craft. Still has a pneumatic dynamo, which, if I'm correct, converts compressed air into forge energy. Haha. Base efficiency 40%, 100 milliliters will be used to generate 40 Fe. Heat upgrades will reduce this efficiency slightly. Dynamo generates heat, which must be dissipated to avoid efficiency loss. Ooh. Still, that would still be a solid fuel, basically. Well, I can do liquid fuel, though, because there's liquid compressors, too. Flux compressor. The thermal compressor generates pressure from heat differentials. From his pneumatics thermal stuff, all changes the blocks you're using for heat or cold sources. They either cool off the hot stuff or warm up the cold stuff. Yay! Powered now. So and then there's the heat generated by things like the liquid compressors too. Generates compressor using various fuel fluids. From best from or to worst fuel where multipliers are shown. Means fuel burns more quickly or slowly than the baseline. Generating air faster, but also getting used up faster. You can either pump in fuel, right-click with a fluid container like a bucket on the liquid compressor, or put the fluid container in the top slot. Maybe it doesn't generate heat. But also produces heat. Okay, so much faster, but also produces heat on the advanced compressor. Doesn't produce heat for the basic liquid compressor. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll just use... Maybe I should just use pneumatic craft to produce the fuel that I use in the other machines. Like, you fuel the diesel generator with actual pneumatic craft diesel. No, I think I'm going to go with the actual... Well, I've already got half of a biodiesel system set up here. And I did say the other day that I wanted to get the little canola farm going here. Get it processing canola oil and doing that whole system, whole thing. You are generating power 102. Oh, I hope that's going to be enough to power everything I need to. So, go here. But I'm fairly certain, I remember from past experience that a too long harvester arm would only reach out, would miss the corners. Like that, basically. I'm going to want a water source in the middle. Need some chassis. This is going to be a similar setup to where I've got over there for the kelp. A chassis, just the... No, I'm going to need... No, just the one should work. Bearing. No bearing is not what I want. I want a mechanical bearing. You. And you. Actually, I will go with a windmill bearing as well. So we're going to temporarily slap that down so I can get this placed. Properly. Alright, mechanical bearing. Go on there. Rotated. Only place when anchor is destroyed. Mill bearing will go on top of that. Rather than powering this off of our kinetic system that's in place here. There we are. Grab some sail blocks. That, make more of these. In fact, we're just convert all of those. Need to be anything terribly big for a sail. I want to go with a... What to put as the center block. Where's that? I have them there. There we go. Let's grab one of those guys. That. glass back up. In fact, I don't know why I was using that for scaffold like that when I have actual scaffolding in here. That's a bad spot for it though. Terrible spot for it, since I can go up all of one block right there. Yep, thank you. There. Back off. There. Oopsie. Up one more even. That's what, 6, 12, 24. Excellent. Multiple of 8, that's what matters. Check. Yes, you are going to work. Okay. Realized I totally messed up my ability to expand upon that. Need mechanical component times 2. Engineering block for my basic frames times 2. There for the 2 mechanical harvesters. I need a slime ball. Just stick it on here. Oh, that's right. You're gonna go that way. So we go. Oh, and it won't place against the scaffolding, of course. Because why would it? Alright, scaffolding you can put away then. Some actual blocks out. There. Oh wait, which direction was it? Yep, that works. Okay. Those back off. Get you, roll you down to 2 range. Right there. So you only grab the harvesters. Grab rich soil. Ooh, which I don't have enough of. Great. So, fertilizer. Need to make some more, or compost. Organic compost. Need a total of 20 blocks. There we are. Wow, I've got a lot of buckets in my inventory. Okay, let's put you guys back in the SAS system. Let's grab a few on me. Grab a bucket of water. Down in there where you belong, put that compost or rich soil in there. Buckets back into the system. Slime ball, polished bricks. Sails. Actually, those polished blackstone bricks should go back into my building bag. Piece bag. Alright, and then we need stone hoe in there. Good. Change you back to only place when anchor is destroyed. get rolling. That tilled out. Grab canola seeds. Now these, oh, bugger. All right, roll back like that. Place, get you placed, because I totally forgot any kind of an inventory. So barrel, and I need portable storage interfaces. Those, please. Thank you. If I actually have any super glue. Nope, of course not. So let's make a super glue. Iron plate, please. Stack. I need just one of those. There. Super glue here and here. Put the barrel here. Put the PSI here. And we're good there. And over on this side, hopper pattern. Let's actually make this gears. My any gears are going to be gold. I should go ahead and make a stack of them because why not? I've got tons of gold, as people have pointed out. As you know, gold is not a scarce resource here. Oh, no, not the iron gears. The gold gears, please. And components. That gets me a rapid hopper. You're gonna be there, so I want you here or here or there, really. I'm gonna need another fluid tank. Yeah, this whole system I don't think is gonna fit in the space I've allotted here. This little sliver of a chunk. I have to shove it down that way some for some of this. But for now we will do right here will be this guy. That will end up facing sideways into an oil mill. Which I've got that. I need Karma tank. Have spares in here. Oh, and it looks like I need some aluminum plates. Let's make a couple of stacks of those. Oh, how am I? Oh, because I haven't cooked any of the aluminum that's been processed. How are you doing over here on getting stuff done? You're working platinum. You're getting there. Let me just slip this in right there. Most of that in up there. And do that. That did not work. That was the fuel slot I was trying to swap with. Doesn't work. Aluminum grit does not make a fuel. So there was enough for the 3 that I need. Go, oil mill. Oil mill will go. I'll actually stick it right there. Rapid hopper into that. Nope, I want to put it the other side. Already want to change where it's at. Go figure. Realize realizing that for getting the output, solid outputs to the drawers, it's going to be easier to go that way. Speaking of, yeah, oh, should have taken that one really, but okay. Another drawer controller, which I think I'm out of actual controller slave, which I think I may be out of. That one right there, though. Yep, okay. Changing my mind yet again. Design is a process after all. We're totally in the wrong way. Okay, so it'll be weighted that way. Back. Right there, because that is a controller slave right there. So we'll grab some conveyor. Oh, yep, right here. This one. Make covered conveyors. 3, 4, I think it was I just dug out. 2, 3, 4. Exactly. Okay. So that'll take the solid outputs, shove them onto there, and push them over to the controller slave there, which I will then need to temporarily get. Oh, do I have? I don't have another drawer up there with any space open in it. Got several of them here though. A nifty little trick for placing drawers if you didn't know. If you have a key in your offhand, a drawer locking key in your offhand, any drawers you place will place locked. That was a fail on placement. Went into here, didn't you? Go. Sitting up there? You might be just sitting up there, aren't you? Oh, no, or you're sitting on the ground here in front of me. Okay then. There we go. Now I've got drawers I can seed with whatever I want. Get the items that I need. Hola! You in there. Actually, I'm going to grab that hopper off of there real quick. I need to power you. There. The connector and coil. There, coil to there. Yay, it worked. Alright, and you're making the oil. So now that I look at things, I'm going to want to move that to the top if it'll let me. And it'll let me place that there, whether it'll let me connect the wire. Oh goody. That way I can get the fluid line coming out from there. Okay, and canola cake, that is the solid output that I kept talking about. I'll stick it up in there. Then I can hopper there and put my block back here. Okay, so that is all ready to go. Just waiting for need to wait for the rest of this to convert. In the meantime, though, I can get that running. And a nice tiny little windmill, and keep it going round, and don't have to stress anything more on the system. Alright, and then the canola oil. Do really want this to back stuff as much as I can. So let's go at car, fluid, you and you. Aluminum, we've actually got some ingots now, so let's do half a stack up into plates, please. So I can make some more fluid pipes here in just a moment. Another batch of fluid pipes. These will run around here. Actually bring them up over to the wall and then up. There. Not. Yeah, no, you won't even connect to that portion of the pipe, the tank there, which is good. Although, yeah, no need to bring it up there just yet. We'll bring it along the floor. I'll just move that torch. Not that it's going to matter, because anywhere that it might possibly have been dark enough for something to spawn, there's no flat surface for it to spawn on, so we're good anyway. We're going to go... have to go a long ways down. Well, back mix reactor there. Yep, that'll work. So we'll do here to there. Iron sheet metal, there's not nearly enough. Thankfully, I just made a whole stack of iron plates. There, and fences I don't have enough of. Half of those away for now. That like that. There we go. That should start filling with canola oil as we get it processing, that is. Just to double check though, yes, there is the 200. So another one's actually grown and processed already, and I didn't even notice it. That's awesome. Get that hoe back. Down hoe. You go there, thank you. Just realized that that's also going to be getting canola seeds. I'm going to need to do something about. Because if I don't, they end up in there. I don't want that. Actually, I think I know how I'm going to handle those. Down there. So if I have a funnel there for pulling out the seeds, bring it down here. Oh. Maybe I just drop them out the back and get them into the system as well and let them void. Yeah, I think that'll be the better option now that I say it out loud. Funnel. Oh, except I can't pull them out the back. I can, however. Think, knocked, think. Oh, seeds seeds there. Won't let me manually put them in, but if I drop them in over here, it will totally put them in there. That. And it should, it's not going to because it wants to pull, it only wants to let things pull out the bottom. Oh, crud. Okay, okay. Give me my back. Can't even do it out that way because I've got the pipe right there. Oh, I can move the pipe. Not mean to remove the extractor. Oh, that's not the fluid extractor, you silly. Where's the fluid extractor? It went in here, didn't it? Yep, because I have a bunch of them in there for some silly reason. Alright. There we go. That there. Drawer controller obtained. Excellent. Excellent, sir. Question is, will this be able to pull them out faster than the rapid hopper is shoving everything through? You know what? This really doesn't need to be a rapid hopper. It's going to be such a tiny little farm. Doesn't matter if it's slow. You there. Filtered for the seeds. Thank you. You. Hopper there. There we go. All done. Nice and tidy even. Except that I need to flip that. Here we go. Now, hopefully, seeds won't actually end up in here. If they go in there, they should all go out at the once. Hopefully before the, I need one of those still. Hopefully before, you know, before the canola is done processing there. Although I may reinstitute something I've done in the past and make it so the seeds can be used to make canola oil as well. Just have them make less. I think it was Colonial Engineers 2, I had a recipe where you could put them in a pool of water in world. I had the fluid crafting mod to let you craft things with fluids in world by dropping things into pools of water and such. But I had it so you could drop, I think it was something like a stack of them into a puddle of water and it would turn into canola oil. Turn into a bucket of canola oil. In this case, I think I may end up adding them as a extra recipe to the oil mill and just have them produce like 25 millibuckets instead of 100. Instead of the 100 that the canola itself produces and give no solid output. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. But for now, they're just going to accumulate in the drawer up here as well. I should upgrade with a void and not have cleared that, but yeah, I want to go this emerald and void that drawer. And it's just a matter of, for this system of waiting for that to all convert and get it all replanted. And then I need a back mix reactor. That's 3 tanks. 1, 2, 3. Oh. So. Back mix reactor, which will also need power. But you're going to sit there. Get fluid extractors pushing into you from both sides here from these big tanks. Boom. Boom. Because it's got the two tanks that it stores things in, and there's power buffer, and then the canola methanol mix that it outputs. Just get some of canola processing here. While waiting for the rich soil to grow or convert. See, if you watch, it barely touches that corner space, so it wouldn't actually be harvesting anything there. But it's obviously harvesting the area that I gave it. Let's see, I need another power connect setup, MV. Let's grab all of that. Power coming down this way somewhere. Wonder if you'll be able to hit a relay down here. You and you, can I do that? No, big tank's in the way. So how about here? Yes. And I can relay it there and then to that. Which will get its power from the back. Just need more MV coils. Have no electrum wire. Alright, electrum wire. Can I make a stack? I can. I do have that much electrum. Good. Make a set of you. And then insulate my MV wires. Because I do not like getting zapped by wires, especially the lower tier ones where it's so easy to prevent it. There we go. You are getting energy and you're making canola methanol mix. Excellent. And there's another piece that's ready for planting. Ooh, a couple more. That should be all the seeds I'm going to need to plant here. Out of bone meal. Okay. That, and then I need to... No, honestly, I would like to have a few split tanks. Just because they are incredibly slow. Not split tanks. Which tanks glass and aluminum plates. So, again... mining bag. Let's go 2 split tanks for now. One, two. These I will have here and here. You pulling out to them. Fluid pipes. I ran out of fluid pipes. No, I put the rest of the fluid pipes away apparently. There, that should get canola mix in both, and they will slowly split that into glycerin and biodiesel. But all things being equal, once everything starts getting backstuffed here, as this thing produces, it should be able to keep up plenty with keeping these guys full. In fact, these guys will fill up. This will get backstuffed, and this will get backstuffed and only run every so little bit here. But I'm going to then need buckets of biodiesel as it gets made, as it enough of it gets made, so I can filter their fluid extractors. Because I'm going to have extractors there like so. Oh, chunk boundaries. Ugh. Hate chunk boundaries. But, you know, this area is all chunk loaded, so it's not a big deal. Those coming out to there, which will pump into another large tank for biodiesel storage. And then there will be underneath, because of the glycerol, or the glycerol that it produces, or glycerin. Is this access to that aquifer I was looking for the other day? Nope, it's just another poorly drained area that I hadn't quite finished properly draining out. Or filling in, whichever. Gadgets, building gadget. Is dirt down here? Dirt. And change modes to build to me. Am I out of dirt? I can't be out of dirt. I'm out of dirt. Okay. That in the backpack and go finish filling that hole in. There. And that gets rid of the water. Excellent. Okay, so we'll have fluid extractor going down to a fluid pipe to avoid cross-connecting with that one. Down to a fluid pipe there. Like so, and then we'll have another tank down over here for glycerol storage, which will come up right there, I think. Let's run that whole pipeline under the floor here. Ooh. And really, if this tank for the glycerol ever actually fills up, I'll just break a block on it and void the glycerol out. Because it doesn't have any, or glycerin rather, doesn't have any real use. It is tagged as a Minecraft water fluid. Does bonsai pot use tool durability? Yes. Which is why all of my bonsai pots have flux saws in them. Yes, the bonsai pots are set to use tool durability 100% of the time. So every cycle they use a point of durability off your tool. It does mean though that if you have a diamond axe in there, it will last for it was over 75 hours. So you got a good few days on a diamond, real-time days, if it's chunk loaded even, on a diamond axe. Um, Netherite would be just ludicrous amounts of time, but I threw flux saws into mine so I don't ever have to worry about it. pipes. We just go to there like so. We are. So if you... Not yet. So I'm not going to give those pipes a destination until I've got a bucket of glycerol to pull out and filter their extractors. You, the same here. You are getting there though. Very close on that. Let me grab those other treated wood fences I made. And sheet metal, nope, iron plates. Is that 35? Yeah, it's 35. I need more iron plates made. Make me another stack, please. Clear that, make a bunch of these. Perfect. There we go, not forming it until I can get that bucket out. Which I can now. You filtered biodiesel, filtered biodiesel. Form the tank, watch it fill up with biodiesel, and then give it more biodiesel. There we go. Storing biodiesel. I think generators could probably come over and sit over here in the corner even, since I've got the fuel supply right there. And an accumulator bank I made. Probably going to end up moving most of them, now that I've got some in place over here, of course. Or I will make a... Actually, I'll probably make an HV accumulator bank on the end of the generator, so that it can, you know, buffer up and run as it needs to, or as it has fuel, and then I can have it so it auto shuts off when there's no need for it to be running all the time. Those are fun little systems to set up. Diamondback has been in it for at least 3 days and hasn't lost any durability. Huh. Oh, for 3 cycles. Interesting. It's supposed to be. Oh. Does it have unbreaking on it? Because I believe that would help, but at the same time, I'm not sure what's going on there then. Nope, just a freshly made diamond axe. Okay, well, lucky you. That's about the best I can come up with there. Enjoy it while it lasts. Not sure how long it will. I have no intentions of changing anything there, so I was thinking about reducing the chance of losing durability on the tools in that, but then I discovered that the flux cells do actually work, so you know, don't need to have a lower durability loss on them. If you want to use axes, it's supposed to lose durability. If you don't want to lose durability, don't want to have to worry about replacing things on it, you make a flux rod, stick it in there. And you're good forever, guaranteed. Alright, well there's all that. Let's get... Alright, now is when I need to pull out the manual here. Put a few other things away. Super glue can go away. My actual tools can go back up in here. Clippers. Oh, that should be with... Where did I put that at? Oh, I moved it upstairs. That should go back in the, go back in the system here. If we need to make more plates, because that's what I was using them for up there, was for making the metal press molds is all. That's all they're really used for on the engineer's bench. If I need that to make more plates, we can just pull it out of the system. Yeah, you can come out and go in there, or come up and go in there. I can place another crafter down here, just for recipe convenience. Bloop, there we go. How are we doing on power? 728. I have 4 running, producing 204 each, so that's 816, minus a little bit for loss. So yeah, we're still good. We're still good there. Got a few more components I can place down, so I may end up reducing the power capacity of the controller even further, because it is intended to be, you know, I had intended to not be able to do things like I've done already here. I did not want, because this feels like a decently sprawly, even just auto crafting system. I'd meant for these to be like literally just tiny, like a controller and maybe half a dozen other component systems. Controller, maybe a grid, and half a dozen other things, maybe for actually setting up auto crafting. But this is quite a bit bigger than I had planned for them to be already. But I suppose it'll work. I may just leave it as is. It is working nicely because it does give the option that this way for people that don't want to do AE but want to have a AE style system for storing things to do so. And honestly, 512. That's right. It's on the slave over here. 512 FE per tick for the external storage. Okay, so that's a quarter, or yeah, it's a quarter of the total capacity. So you're not going to be able to have many external storages. You're only going to want one, maybe two of them on a system at most. Interfaces are 14 each, apparently. Which should have 2 interfaces here listed here at least. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so one of them is 2. Oh, that one's 14 because it's got a stack upgrade in it. Stack upgrade and possibly speed upgrades. Definitely has a stack upgrade though. It's this one over here. Yeah. Okay, so 2 for this interface, 14 for the one that's got a stack upgrade in it. And then, your upgrades really kind of get you on the energy cost. Yeah, two of my exporters are 13 FE each. That one's a 13. That's a stack upgraded importer, I'm sure. Stack upgraded exporters. The crafter is 13 13? 11, 13, 12, 11, 8, 7, 5. It's got to be how many patterns they've actually got in them. All I can think of there. Pattern grid, crafting grid, those aren't terrible. The detectors aren't terrible, 2 each. Base exporters and importers, if you're just running them at base speeds, not trying to make them super fast or anything, are only 1 each. And cables are 0. That may end up being the point where I try to fiddle with things and make it get it the balance I want, is give cables an energy cost per. Because even if it's just 1 point, that's an extra 170 FE I'd have to be providing just for the cables, which means I would need a fifth dynamo running here. So that may end up being where I add some energy cost to get it to balance like I wanted it to, but because that will definitely encourage having compact systems rather than this kind of sprawl that I've got going on here. But back to the task at hand. Generators. Diesel Jenny. Pause that please. Up a level so I can see. I need 9 radiator blocks, 6 scaffolding, 4 generator blocks, 13 heavy engineering, 1 redstone engineering, and 5 fluid pipes. So, radiator blocks. I think those are the ones that take water buckets. Yes, yes they do. So I need 9 radiator blocks, really? And they craft 4 at a time? Really? I know they used to craft 3 at a time, but... Okay, i.e. steel sheet metal, copper plates, and water buckets. So I need 3 recipes of this. Those guys up in there. Steel sheet metal, I'm going to need a dozen of. So I need 12 plates. Oh, what? I will need to step away from the streamer here real quick for just a moment. I will be right back. I will leave y'all with a nice view of the little underground windmill spinning here while I do so. I will be back shortly.
Okay, I am back. My apologies for that. Let's get that tilled out, get these planted, so we can keep production running here. And keep it rolling. Oh, especially since you are all run out of canola mix. But we've got 6 buckets of biodiesel in there so far. That's good. Alright, radiators need generator blocks. That's also a 4 set, thankfully, because that's all you need. Copper coil block, need more copper coils. Guys, 2 sets of those. Get you. And you. And is that electrum plates? Of course it is. More steel sheet metal as well. And of course I did not set up electrum plates at all. But I was not expecting to need them at all for anything, really. Duck under here. Throw electrum onto the belt. Try not to throw it over like I just did. Back over here, we're just going to throw them on one at a time. There we go. All going through. Alright, generator. Box. Steel sheet metal. Need to actually make the plates into sheet metal before I can use them. Alright, scaffolding blocks. I needed half a dozen. So I'm going to need some more of these. Sets like I usually do. Half a dozen of those. I've got fluid pipes in here. 5 of those. And heavy engineering blocks. 13 heavy engineering blocks, 1 redstone. Hey, look at that. I actually have enough heavies to do that. Excellent. Okay, so the way this thing is built. Okay, so the generator blocks are where the connection points are at, and where the fuel goes in. Excellent. That will work out beautifully, I believe. Take, and I can stick you radiator blocks. Going all the way into the corner. Yeah, let's start off with the first one all the way over here in the corner, because I probably will end up building more of them at some point. There. Scaffolds were there and there. Pipes were there. And like so. Torch can go there to be back in. Generator blocks at this end. I think the redstone engineering block. Stop. Pause. Up. Is the center of whichever side I want to be the front face, which will be that one there. And then the rest is these guys. With a plus of them on top. And oh, that's right, it's got to be from the end. Haha. There we go. Bad for the environment. So, fun little tidbit for those of you that weren't around or weren't party to my development on this pack. I was about a hair's breadth away from
I actually had it in my testing, but I was about a hair's breadth away from including pollution of the realms in this pack. I wanted to customize it so that all of the pollution, because I've played with it before on the default settings, and pollution builds up fairly quickly. It makes chunks unenterable fairly quickly unless you have, breathing apparatus and stuff like that. I didn't want it to be that quick. So I was going to reduce everything down to about a tenth of its normal pollution rates. But then I started digging into the mod and realized, hey, Whisper, how you doing? But I realized at that point that I was going to have to customize several hundred files with values that couldn't just be, find replace in all open documents kind of thing. It was 500, several hundred different files, all with and differing values that I was going to have to change manually by hand. Oh yeah, open house. That can be brutal. Selling a house, yes. I never had to sell one myself personally, but being around as my parents sold our houses as we moved around growing up, yes, I can understand that. Yes, selling a house is definitely hard work. So let's see here. I really want some HV accumulators on there. I don't have the hop graphite yet. I would need uh, graphite, hop graphite ingots. Comes from hop graphite dust, which comes from compressing coke dust in the squeezer. Industrially squeezing coke dust. And coke dust, of course, coming from the crusher, which my crusher is stupidly busy most of the time. You look here, yep, cobble getting shoved in, cobble getting shoved in. It's gonna be running cobble for a while. Oh no. Oh. Lost kitty. Spent over an hour looking for her, was inside all along. Yay, happy endings. Every weekend at house sales and have midweek visits via appointment with the agent. Yep. Yep, that sounds about right. Well, hopefully somebody will fall in love with the place the moment they walk in the door and make an offer that you just can't refuse. That is my hope for you in that whole venture. Somebody falls in love with the place, even better, they fall in love with the place as they pull up. Yeah, it's got to be kept clean, got to be, but yeah, so have you guys got, I know you were talking about having to get packed up and everything. You guys have access to the new place yet, or is that actually 100% waiting on closing on this one, closing on the current place? Okay, that works too. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing the current place. You showed me the floor plans of the new place, so pipes, them fluid pipes. 100% waiting on the closing of the current house. For now, we got stuff in boxes in the garage. Oof. That's the big oof right there. Is when you have to wait for, you know, current to close out before you can even think about doing anything for the new. Uh, so we go over to here, there. Don't want that pulled out. Let me get this. You back on the hot bar here so I can plug that up. And the piping. Didn't mean to place that over my head, but that works. It keeps me down in the hole where I want to be. I go this way. You don't need to actually be there. Just close you off. Give me that pipe back, though. Oh. Wow. That is a heck of a hole down there. Oh, and go figure it's not quite all the way across here. Grab some dirt to backfill. In fact, I'm going to close this off so every time I need to come down crawling through here, I don't have to worry about that gap. That way. Oh, right there, in fact. Aha. Coming out the bottom. I want out the top myself. Sorry, little mushroom, you lose your spot. I need out of my hole. Alright, so that... Oh, getting these. There we go. And then I just need a lever on there. That's my Discord DM. Okay, cool. See all the stuff with local H. Ah. Yeah, yeah. Grew up in the Northwest, yeah, in areas and times where we didn't have HOAs. They just didn't exist as far as I know, but I don't know, they might have, we just may not have, you know, had to deal with them in the neighborhoods we lived in. I'm not sure. But, yeah, just the whole idea of, you know, you live in this neighborhood and, you know, to live here you have to pay extra every month, like you're paying rent. And if you don't keep up on certain things, you get fined. Just, I don't know, something about that just seems like, you know, somebody on a power trip came up with that whole premise and ran with it, and somehow people just, you know, somehow people just decided to go along with it. I don't know why. But it just, yeah, the whole idea just leaves a bad taste in my mouth most of the time. I will say. Yeah, you're not a fan of them, but you're tolerating it for now. Yeah, fair. Segregated matter by race instead of economic status. Yeah. Well, even then, you know, I mean, we've always lived in, you know, racially mixed neighborhoods and stuff. Yeah, I'd never heard of, you know, a black neighborhood and a Hispanic neighborhood and, you know, stuff like that until I was like well into high school. You know, it was a concept that was just totally foreign to me because, you know, I'd always had everywhere we lived. We've always had neighbors of different ethnic backgrounds and such, and just it was never a big deal. You know, never was it was never any kind of issue. But yeah, HOAs, blah, and the end point there. So we've got that going. We've got some. We got 9.2 buckets of biodiesel so far. Like I said, I really want to get some accumulators over there. I think what I may end up doing. Let's see, what does the engineer's manual say about not redstone wires, basic wiring, MV connector has an input value, 1024 for MV. Here Very Stepford Wives vibe, which is hope that no one scoops out my brains, you know? Oh boy. Yeah, well, you said it was near Disney World down there in that general vicinity, and that it had been built as a vacation home originally. So I imagine there's probably several around that in that area. Fairly common thing for vacation homes to be there, and yeah, I can only literally I can only imagine what it must be like. What the kind of I don't know. I'd say the kind of mentality it takes to own a home in that kind of an area, but I know what your mentality is like for the most part. So, not not meaning to poke at you, but it's just the stereotypical like you said Stepford Wives type of thing, and I know you're nothing like that. It's just yeah. Shudders. Oh, hey, one guy. I wonder if he's on stream or if he's streaming himself or if he's going to join me in voice here. Let's see here real quick. There's that. Okay, he's asking me questions via DM that I don't have the time to answer right this moment, but I will get back to him on that. Really want these last few spots to finish converting so I can till them and plant them. Nice, but they say there are not many permanent residents there. There are either vacation homes or used for Airbnb rentals, so they get wild. Oh, fun. So, moving into Party Row. That almost sounds like it would be could be almost as bad as living near Frat Row or Sorority Row in the next town over here, but which I've also done. Uh, yeah, man, university students. Oof. Prefer not to have massive hordes of university students as neighbors ever again in my entire life. Ah, eh, thinking, brain. Okay, yes, wiring. I was looking at how much these need. I could rework my wiring situation here. Oh, problem is if that's not going to be running constantly or steadily enough even, which it might not be with this canola patch. This is a pretty small canola patch. It's not doing a whole lot for me. Not seeing a whole lot of growth. May need to supplement this or replace with some cloches. Just to get better steady growth from that and get the oil processing faster. And I kind of don't want to take this out though. I mean, probably it would probably end up being supplement with cloches rather than replace with cloches. Uh, thinking. Sorry, thinking too silently here. For now, I'm going to leave this set up like that. I've got the generator set up. I will likely supplement the end up between this stream and next stream tomorrow, basically. Um, Likely end up setting up some cloches over here so I can supplement the canola production. Uh, but I do like having my little. I do like having at least one little underground spinny farm. You know, because just the ridiculousness of underground windmills is highly amusing for me. Local restaurants and stores are freaking nice. Only negative market the property has is the school system. Very low rating because they're so new and underfunded. Yeah, that kind of stinks. But I mean, um, between you and your roommates, the only kids you guys have are the fuzzy ones, right? Or is this, thinking toward the future? Yes, at the player markets, 200 credits. Okay. Yeah, kids have paws. No one has plans for human children. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the one drawback to the area isn't even an issue for you guys then. It's just, for anybody else that might be considering the area type of thing. That is losing power. Do I not? Oh, I don't. Dang. Hey, guess what? I forgot to collect a capacitor again here. Get down a little tiny bit. Let's get you back in there for a moment or three. Let you get refilled. Boom, there we go. Okay. Get you put up there. We're going to take you out of that and leave you in fill mode or augment mode. Put you in there so you charge that. In fact, I'm going to take this thing off of there entirely. Oh, that's right. I can't replace the block underneath because it's conveyor belts. Yeah, Tinker's Bench can come over here and just sit next to, well, we don't need it that often, but I'll go ahead and just throw it down here. Kind of bothersome that face only faces the one direction that it goes. It only faces south. Doesn't have any rotation to the block. That kind of stinks. But yay, spare capacitors. Let's see. Yes, that's how it works. 36 times level of boost. Oh, yes, that. Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, so many conversations going on at once. We're concerned with which college your roommate that the PhD teaches that to work off her own student debt, working her to death. Oh, yeah, I bet. So, okay, so that's that taken care of. Today's been an eventful day. It sounds like it has. Sure sounds like it. Like I said, hopefully, crossing my fingers here that, hoping that somebody will come along and just absolutely fall in love with the place for you guys. You know, because that is the best and most desirable output is that somebody comes along, instantly falls in love with the place, and just makes an offer you can't refuse, rather than an offer that makes you laugh hysterically, or worse, just the deadpan stare. That would be kind of fun. I've never been to any Disney park at all ever in my entire life. Um, just one of those things that growing up
lower middle class with, 6 kids and one income for the family. It just wasn't ever possible, really. Especially since my parents really abhorred the idea of any kind of, you know, credit. Using credit cards. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Um, anytime we needed a new vehicle, they, would get the money together and, you know, pay for it all cash. Or maybe yeah, there may have been one or two that we got on, payments, but no, it was yeah. Wife and I, we have a couple of credit cards, but we use them very sparingly, and we just use them to basically consolidate our monthly bills to one payment. So credit cards set up to automatically pay off, pay bills, and then we just make the one monthly payment to the credit card and pay it off completely every month. Been using it to build our credit, and boy, howdy, has it worked. We're getting all kinds of offers of credit from all kinds of avenues now, and it feels good to have them seek you out and offer the more than just the very basic like student level credit cards. But yeah, we've still for the most part just ignore them all, which also feels really good. Um, Press. I need an IE press. That's what I need next. Uh, Heavy machinery. Squeezer. That's the one. Okay. You are piston, 6 scaffolding, 2 light engineering, 1 redstone engineering, 3 steel fence, 2 fluid pipes, and 4 wooden barrels. That I can do. Wrong barrels. I think I've got the empty fluid barrels over here. Yep. 4 of those. Piston, 6 steel scaffolding I've already got. Engineering blocks I've got. Redstone engineering blocks I've got. Steel fence and... So yeah, steel fence is really all I need to make there. Yep. Yep. I hear you there. Man, our kitty that just recently passed, and in the 6 months or so she was with us, had so many stinking vet necessary visits. I mean, she'd licked and chewed her back and the backs of her legs raw at one point, just after we got her, because her person that she'd been with had passed away. She was with him when he did, uh, and she immediately got shuffled off to a new place just after that. Um, and so she was ball of nerves when she got to us. Had to deal with no longer being the only kitty in existence, uh, which really put her off for a while. Had children who were, these small humans that wanted to poke and prod and play with her all the time. So she was a ball of nerves and chewed sores on the backs of her legs and licked herself completely bare down her back at one point. So she ended up in a cone for a good 2.5 months or so. Well, all that was healing, and then right toward the end there had a fever of unknown origin that got her had her back at the vet for a good day or so, um, and then eventually she left us after not long after that. But yeah, it was expensive, but I'd totally do it all again. Even knowing how things were going to end up, I would totally just do it all again. So, yeah, that was the one that I posted about on the pets channel in your Discord when she passed. So,
was not fun, but I, you know, she and I, she and I had a very dear understanding. Uh, she absolutely loved her her you know her human, and I absolutely loved the fact that she would come and curl up on me every single night, or every time I leaned back in my chair for that matter, or every time I just came to a rest for more than 2 seconds. She was very much a cuddler. Uh, Very cuddly kitty cat. Okay, engineering blocks, fluid pipes, piston. You know what? I'm going to do that. I don't have to keep making these things myself. One. Engineering blocks. I have exactly 3. Is that everything then? I think so. Oh, fluid pipes. 2 of those. Okay, so let's put this over here, where I've already got some power stuff going. Be that. Yeah, it was like that. 2 pipes there. Engineering blocks there. Redstone there. Barrels. Fences and piston. Oh, you bloody thing. You're not going to face the right way, are you? How about this wrench? Will you rotate it the way up? No, you're just going to pop it right back off. Grr. Break that out so I can get in closer, get it to face downward. There. I need my hammer back. There or here. Ha! Okay, there's that. Power, of course, is gonna. The way I placed it is most inconvenient for getting it from just a straight connection from there. Let's chop you guys, pop you off, pop you and you. Swap that there, that there. Pipe. Engineering blocks, redstone block, and what am I missing? I'm missing another engineering block somewhere. Oh yeah, those need to be moved too. There and there. Barrels? Barrels? Hello. Empty barrels. Come here, please. I guess I don't have an extra engineering block. Or do have an extra. I only needed 2, not 3. Alright, that works. I don't. I don't have affiliate status yet here. However, I do have the donations via PayPal that are linked on. Info is on my Discord. I should get that. I should probably get that linked here too. I'm still getting into getting everything set up here. Um, so there's a lot of things I haven't got yet. Like I could use a banner for both here and for YouTube. Um, like a nice little splash screen of a starting soon nature, or maybe a will be right back nature type of thing. Because occasionally I have to do things like that, and I end up just here, watch the windmill spin for a little bit while I run off and do something real quick. So MV stuff's what I'm after at the moment. But yeah, I'm working on it. You know, I just yesterday figured out getting my stream replays up on. Don't a PayPal link. I mean, yes, I don't have a PayPal link on my Twitch channel anywhere yet. Um, I will be getting. I have the link. I have it all. I just need to actually put the link on somewhere. One of those things I hadn't thought about yet. Way more than I really want. Let's go with 16. Yeah, we'll do 16 over here. Graphic designer, your high school sometimes takes commissions for your contact details. That would be awesome. Only one bottle accumulates at a time. No time duplication shenanigans. That's okay then. Nice. Pretty much kids together, huh? That's always nice to be able to keep contact with people like that at least. I think the only people that I've known since childhood are those that I was, I call family. Ooh, bonsai pots too, nice. Okay, so that's set up. I need crushed coke dust, which is going to be behind piles of other things that are running. Bar is full green, okay. Well, in that case, it's still good then. How are we doing on gravel? Is that like 1900 some gravel there, looks like. Okay, this over here. Want to change the detector. Yeah, 2005. No, we want this set for like 2500. We'll only export if there's 2500 or more gravel. Till he farms money and buys them all. That is my hope, that somebody buys all my bonsai pots, because then I will totally set up a system to have them get them crafting on demand for me. That way I can just, walk up to the refined storage system or AE system, whatever, say, hey, I need a pile of these things. Make me a pile of these things. Okay. So that should allow the gravel to actually get backstuffed at some point. Hopefully that larger buffer between where this starts looking to shove cobble in and where that starts shoving gravel out will be big enough that I can actually get some other things out of here as well. Because right now this is just, you know what, we're gonna say only do that if there's less than 1,000. Oh.
less than 1,000. Actually, I should have done just taken a 0 off the back end. Only export cobble if there's less than 200. That way it'll just stop feeding cobble in altogether for the time being. Actually let things settle down. So, accumulator bank here looks like it's completely filled up again. That's good. Just need that coke dust to come through. And then we'll be good to go. Get some coke dust coming through and I'll be able to get a couple of HV accumulators up on this thing. I'm literally just going to place them right across the top of here and probably build a block of them out over here to the side of the stairs. So that'd be, 3 tall, 3 wide out here, and then the other 3 there, so like 30 HV accumulators. Should be totally good on power buffer at that point, at least. It's just going to be a matter of making sure I've got enough fuel incoming to keep that thing running constantly if it needs it. But I think we have friends got a friend on Facebook who knows 6 grades recently says her deaf. Ah, nice. That's cool. That's very cool. Oof, oh my goodness. All this platinum. Oh, the platinum. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and spend the last part of the stream doing some ridiculous things, shall we? Oh goodness. Speaking of ridiculous things. Uh-oh. One guy. Not supposed to do that, man. But he does things like that a lot, unfortunately. Oh, drove off the edge of... Aww. Crash barriers are an actual thing we have in this pack too, from the car mod even. Come on. Fingers type. No, what's it called? At car. There it is. Guardrails. We have a ability to... No. Yeah, come on. There we go. Knew you could get over that fence. I just had to get you at the highest, your highest possible jump. I'm gonna tie you there for a moment, rather than putting you back in there. So, Smelters Guild. Let's make some money. And there's still more platinum cooking down there. Oh, man.
Block evaders like in the airports. Do we have any more more platinum cooked up? Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, goodness. There's more platinum. There we go. 3 grand just from selling platinum. Um, yeah, I only have 1 block currently. I've got 2100 grit though that needs cooked. I think I will go ahead and grab, well, no, I'm not going to worry about that right this moment. Head back down. And off we go to spawn. Whoopsie, he's screwed. Oh yeah, that's one guy. Yeah, he often ends up in bad situations like that, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I don't have a car. I don't have a road all the way out to there to my place yet, or I would be using the cars because, oh my gosh, they are fast now that we've got the roadblocks working properly. They're like light speed. I can understand why he drove off the end of the road, honestly. I'll show you when I get there. I'll jump in my car and demonstrate for you and everybody else that hasn't seen them yet. Um, just how fast they are. But the reason I'm not using the minecart is because up here at Joji's place, where that yellow marker is in front of me, he's actually interrupted the rail and put in a stop there so that he can get back and forth these places easily, which I can't blame him for. You know, he's got some physical limitations since the accident, but yeah, no, I'm totally gonna have, you know, I am absolutely gonna start getting roadblocks made, getting asphalt made, and laying in roads between here, my place and Spawn, and you know, branching off to everybody else's places, and you know, things like that. So you just wait for it. I'll be doing it. I'll be using the cars. It's one area I'm still pretty low tech on is transpo. So I mean, but you know, it is, you know, only a week and 2 days into the server. You got to give me some time. Yeah, I understand. I do, but I do need a little bit of time to get things all set up properly. Ah, he wants me to sleep because he's not anywhere near home. South, that's where I need to be going. Torches on the right, headed towards spawn. So the horse is. Yeah, I've got friendly creatures turned way down, which is why you probably can't hear the horse's hooves as I run here. There we go. Because for some reason, um, minecarts are also minecarts audio is also under friendly creatures. Well, I'm guessing it's just because it's a, you know, quote friendly and living entity when it's in world, but still. They are rather loud at times, and I tend to turn them down so I can hear myself think when I'm writing them. Had a nasty chase, eh? Uh, Lead. Hey, you get over here. That's not not where you go. You come over here, you tie up there. Alright, so let's put those coins away and turn off the auto pickup so I can see what I get for my stuff here. Nothing from the creosote. Nothing from chicken dinners. 400 from there, which is what he told me he'd spent. Nobody's buying the slime blocks, huh? Maybe I should up the amount of slime blocks I'm selling per. No cookie sales. And 2 bonsai pots sold. Excellent. Okay, so let's crank these down to 50s, I think. Grab Horsey and head off this way. Come on. All the way up here. And put him in the stable. You hang out there, Midnight. Daddy got some shopping to do. No, they fall under friendly creatures now. I don't know if that was a change at some point, but they definitely fall under friendly creatures. Oh, those are 100 block coins, or 100 coins that I needed. What have I got in here? Let's take, actually, real quick. That. Grab those out. Just so I can have my nice, shiny 5K coin up there again. And let's, you know what, let's upgrade, yeah, craft up all the coins here. There we go. At least up to that level. I want to buy some dungeon bags. And I want to buy some smelter's party bags. Crack these open right here. What I got? 1 constant, 5 iron, 1 tin, 1 electrum, 1 lead, 1 uranium, 2 gold, and 1 invar. Well, okay, I guess that was alright. But the dungeon bags I'm not going to crack open just yet. I'm accumulating a goodly pile of them, along with all the ones I get as actual loot. For some reasons, the ones that once you get as loot and the ones you buy from the shop up there don't stack for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Okay, and then I promised a demonstration of how fast the cars are now. The sign says horse and car elevator, but the cars for some reason are falling through the platform. The horses don't have a problem with it. The players don't have a problem with it. But the cars will just fall right through the platform as it places back as normal blocks. I'm not entirely sure why, because I didn't have that issue on the Misadventures pack terribly much. So all nice and safe. You ready for this? Go. And look at my coordinates. 1,000 blocks coming up. Boom, 1,000 blocks. Yeah, though I say these things are ridiculously fast, I mean they are ridiculously fast right now. There we go, hit loading range there. 2,000 blocks. Thankfully I know that end of the highway out here is at about 3,200. I gotta be coming up on one guy soon here. But you can see why he might have driven off the end of the road at this point too, I think. Oh, I gotta be coming up on him now. This area is loaded. Give him a heart attack. Yep. uh, all the way to the end of the road. Oh, I'm so tempted to just go back over there and smash into him if he's got half a heart. Oh, so tempted, but I'm not gonna be that mean. I will instead, whoop, ow, yay for heart canisters. Oh, I can't activate the thingy here. For some reason, part of his structure didn't go up with the rest. Just for funsies. Oh, he's coming down through the building. Never mind. He's not even up there now. I was going to shoot arrow up there at him, see if I give him another minor heart attack. Oh, wow, yeah, he went flying off the end of the road. Oh, his poor car. Did he have any repair kits? Nope. Not in the car anyway. That's right, I can get back up because he just showed me how he got down. Herp nerp. Here's a building that I cleared day one and died like 3 times in the first hour of the server being open. uh, oh, I locked it even. Yep. Come all the way back down. Oh, he just found his. That figures. like those. The deep slate wall, railing deep slate walls. And cobbled deep slate walls. Nice. Ah, so this is his subway tunnel. The anything that's not the cyan terracotta or the asphalt blocks, they actually drive at a fairly decent little speed, really kind of slow, but somewhat okay. Ooh, backpacks everywhere that I can't touch. And that I can't touch. Here's a question. Can I touch that? Haha! Non-shiny things. I have the same armor, but mine's shiny. Mine's shiny because it's all full of mending. Back up the stairs. Yes, I do remember you were there. Also remember that we haven't seen you since. I know, you've been super busy. As you were saying earlier, selling a house is busy, 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 busy. Hectically busy even. Yeah, I get you. Yep, it happens, you know. Life happens and certainly takes precedent, so not an issue. I must slow down a little bit here because, oh, no, gotta speed up here. Oops, ran into the the side post. Yep, I did see bag over here and coins. And a skelly who really wants to die. Better get back in the car. So, yeah, once we get start getting roads in everywhere, it's going to be, you know, mostly long straight shot highways like this one, so we don't have to try to do a whole lot of maneuvering on actual roadways because maneuvering on this is touchy. Maneuvering at these speeds is touchy. Let's see, how much fuel did I use? I was full before I left. under 100 millibuckets for that down and back trip, 3,200 blocks away. That's pretty good. Shut it off, jump out, lock it. And we're good to go there. Still need to get back on with this, the admin account so I can put pressure plates behind those doors so people stop leaving them open. Peoples. I really need to figure out something to do for these elevator as well so that the cars won't fall through. Maybe if I half slab on top of the main blocks there. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test it, like I said, when I'm back on with the admin account. Because I can't. The, yeah, my accounts that I'm on right now, my main play account, I can't do anything here in Spawn so far as block editing or anything like that. This account is not opt at all, so it's that way I force myself to play 100% survival. Let's see. Student still got his mending books, bottles of enchanting, and name tags. Way overpriced on the name tags, I think. I would be shocked if he's even sold one of those. I want to change out. I don't remember even how many slime blocks I brought with me to stock the thing with. But let's right click to clear. No. Aha, sneak left click to clear it all. Okay, so I have sold some slime blocks because I think I brought a full stack down. I would not have brought just, 59. So I must have sold some of them. What was it before? 10 for a block or was it 20 for a block? I don't even remember now. Dang it. But we're going to go with... I've got to break some things down again because I don't have enough coin. Oh wait, yes I do. Those... Yeah, we'll make it 10, 4. Stock that back up. As far as it'll go. Stamina bottles down a little bit. I only made 8 of those. Ooh, chicken dinners I just realized are actually down some. Need to make some more of those to restock yet. Bonsai pots are, of course, 400 a piece. I've got 19 left in there. Good. Yep, I'm gonna have to break this guy back down. As much as I was happy to have it so much, already have one. 400. One. Goes back on the hotbar so I can see when I run out of them. There we go. All right. And yeah, this is, you haven't seen this yet. This is our player market area. The stalls are available for everybody to just come in and take one over. This area is intentionally left unclaimed so that people can, edit their stalls how they want. There's a lot of stalls here. Far more than we have population on the server currently, but the server and hopefully this world will be making a public appearance at some point. Or a gentle reminder to please remember rule number 1, don't be a jerk. Don't break other people's things. To claim a stall, replace one with the sign with one with your name. Give it some, hopefully give it some, fancy name, shop name. So I like the fact that he's got, soul lanterns all over the place. I do like those. I think they look nice. And yeah, kind of ooh, right there we are. Central Junction down here is the platform. We've got Numi and one guy off down that direction. Joji and I and off down, dark are off down this direction. Student is way off over this direction. Formal Killing joined us recently, and he's down over here. Uh, dark, there's me, there's the Joji, there's Whisper's place. You need the bonsai pots? Yeah, yeah, they are quite handy. So, they're only 400 credits each. Nope. Alrighty. Yep. Take it easy, Whisper. Thanks for stopping by. Hanging out for a little bit. Probably gonna be wrapping the stream up here shortly anyway. We're reaching that 4 hour mark. So, but it was there before, he says. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, I think we semi-accomplished the goal of the day. Got our our fuel production, a fuel production system going. Got our generator built. It's not actually powering anything yet, but you know, getting there on it. Let me know what you think of the homelessness thing. Okay, we'll do. Definitely will do. Um, but yeah, I mean, we mostly accomplished it. I think I will, like I said, I will probably end up supplementing the canola production later this evening with some cloches. The bonsai pot that I've got making the methanol for the other half of that recipe is doing beautifully. It just, you know, it's keeping up just fine. It just needs something to, you know, mix that methanol with so it can run that blast furnace some more, make me more charcoal. But other than that, suppose I should go check on the villagers at some point too here today. I haven't been over through there except for the once grabbed another wandering merchant this morning. Took him and dumped him off over there, but haven't really paid them much attention today. So go check that out real quick. See how make sure everybody's doing okay. Make sure everybody's still alive over there. Nothing's managed to spawn inside. And this slew of torches here is, as Dark put it, his warning sign that he needs to jump out of his cart so he can turn and take the proper route to get to his place. So I really could use coming up with some kind of switching system. Ideally, what I'd like to have would be like the Ender Observers from Britannia. I don't remember if that's what they're actually called, but the blocks that emit a redstone signal when looked directly at by a player. Would love to have those in here. Maybe I'll poke my favorite one of my favorite mod authors and see if one of them would be willing to do something like that. Just a single block mod that has that functionality. But yeah, other than that, let's go check on the villagers. I'll even take midnight over with me to come check on them. All right, we got the absolutely useless spam talking farmer. Got a new guard. It makes me wonder if one of the other guards bid it at some point and I missed it. Let's see. Everyone, follow me. Nope, there he is. Wow, okay, so I have two diamond sword toting melee guards and a power 5 bow toting uh, ranged, gu ranged guard. Oh, yes, and the shield guy. I forgot, he showed up recently too. So, yeah, I've got four guards that I've hired. The guys with the shiny armor all have it's thorns on their armor, so anything hits them takes some damage back. I need to get that guy recruited apparently because he's not listening. He's new. And then, yeah, they're doing pretty good for themselves, I'd say. They keep getting new army recruits. All right, wander freely, guys. Go about your business through town. Also, ended up moving the pigs over here. They've got their little breeding box in the back there. That's why there's so many of them. And they just can't help but pooping out a sapling somewhere within their pen and growing a tree. Cows are over here too, and they, can't seem to help but, growing grass and fertilizing everything and acting like little bone meal generators. Um, and they also have their breeder box sitting there. I did have an issue with a scare moment with a raid recently. I was fighting out from over here and rocketed a witch with a micro missile and set her up on top of the wall. And of course, she jumped right down into the village. I had to run all the way around to the front of the village to get over here and figure out where she was at, just in time to see her die inside the cow pen because the archer was right there, right here, shooting her from the side of the cow pen. The other guys, the melee guys, were standing there like, come on out of there. We'll take care of you. They all knew what was up. They were ready. They were on top of it. So I feel better about that. And then of course we have the memorial to Sir Nose, whose armor stand apparently got taken out by a stray arrow at some point, I'm going to guess. There was an armor stand with a full suit of pneumatic armor there that he'd been wearing when he died, but looks like that's gone. So I'm gonna have to figure that out and get another set there. Maybe, uh, you know what? I bet I could glass in. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get the armor stand sitting on a block and then push it into the glass with put some glass blocks there and push the glass blocks into it with a piston and glass in the memorial stand there. So, but yeah, McAngel and I have got to figure out what we're going to do with the house at some point. I'm all for keeping it here for the time being, at least. We're not really using it much anymore. We could turn it into the kitchen. I would end up taking my bed out of here, but just end up turning this into a kitchen space, cafeteria building type thing. Since we've got the start of the kitchen stuff here, but not entirely sure what we're going to do with it yet. Not 100% anyway. But other than that, ingots can all go in. Coins go up in the bag along with the key and the goggles and the leads and the bow and all that good stuff. And we say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Couple other things though, real quick. If you're watching this in the future and you want to know more about the Modpack or about when I'm streaming or just come by and say hi, my Discord is linked in the bio. I will be getting some donation links there as well, for mostly via PayPal. Um, Also, I have started posting my stream replays on YouTube. If there was something in a stream that you want to be able to go back and see again in the distant future, more than the next week and a half, 2 weeks or so. Um, I think I think Twitch keeps the VODs around for 2 weeks after stream. So anything beyond that, beyond 2 weeks ago, you know more than welcome to come check it out on my YouTube channel, which I will also get linked, at least get the playlist linked here. But other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by, everybody, and have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.